Hi Gemini, I hope that you're all doing well. What I was seeing when I was splitting the deck was Lovers and Justice. So there can be a big focus on a relationship. This reading is going to cover the next 3 to 4 days for you. We're starting off with Page of Cups. I'm also seeing King of Swords. There can be a discussion about the way that somebody's feeling. There can be maybe a highlight or an emphasis on that. This can also just be something coming up for you where you're really recognizing the way that you feel about something, feelings that you have about something. And I'm seeing the Lovers. Okay. So focus on a partnership and the feelings that you have surrounding this. I don't know what type of feelings when we have Page of Cups, but there's definitely something there. There's definitely something going on. And it feels even like there's going to be a conversation about it. When we have this is like, I want to say something right now. I'm not holding back. I want to let them know what's happening with this. So there can be this very clear, like, I don't want to be around the bush. I want to be like really direct about this, like face this very much head on. That Knight of Swords will say exactly what's going on within their heart and mind. And so this can be you addressing something in a way where you're fully facing forward and you are ready to move through this. And it feels very much like it's connected with something that's going on with you and another person. And this can also mean like, I'm not holding back now. I'm like ready to come through. I'm ready to do what I need to do here. I am seeing a Tower. So this can be kind of a, like, things are really shifting. The way that I'm interpreting this Tower with you and this person, it feels like you and this person, you're in the same room with one another, you're looking at each other, and then things start moving around, and you don't really know where things are going to move around, but you know things are kind of moving around, and it can feel a little bit unstable within the foundation of your relationship. And maybe that doesn't feel great because we have Four of Cups coming out next. So this can be kind of like, I don't really want this shakeup to be happening right now. Or like, I don't want the peace to be disturbed right now. There may also be like a need for you to take action, having Mars be there, like something needs to be done. But having that Four of Cups can be like, I don't want to do it. Or maybe even if this is the other person, maybe something's going on with them too. And there's just like something that's happening here, and maybe there's a part of you that's like, I don't want this to be disturbed. I don't want to feel like things are moving around anymore. I definitely get there being some immediate, it's like just something immediately in your face that maybe can't really be ignored. Yeah, okay. This is like, what do I say? How do I say it? I'm going back and forth. Like, do I do it like this? Do I do it like that? Do I want to say this? Do I maybe not want to say that? Maybe I should edit this part out. This is like a lot of trying to figure out how to move forward, what to say, like what one really is trying to do here. And when you have something like this going on here too, there can be like, I'm trying to figure out how I really feel about this and get a really deep understanding of this. And then like, I'm trying to say something, but I just feel like so much stuff is going on here that I almost, like, I feel this, and so I want to say that, but then this is going on too, and like, I don't want to forget this part. And then it's like, should I really add that in there? It's one of those times where there can be a lot of stuff that you're thinking about. And I think even trying to figure out how to maneuver through a time when there's stuff that you're feeling and trying to dance within that experience. Because you're already trying to find balance within this relationship. Like, you're already trying to figure out how to navigate within this. Like, there is something going on where I feel like you keep having to sort of shift your weight. I'm seeing Tower and I'm seeing Seven of Swords. Tower and Seven of Swords can be something that's exposed that there was not an awareness of this before. This feels like it comes out unexpectedly. I'm hearing Taurus. This feels like it comes out unexpectedly, for sure. Because the Tower can be like... Sometimes the Tower will reveal something and it's like a happy thing, but I see this more so like, oh, I didn't know that that was going on, and like some type of truth ends up being exposed, but it was something that was not, like, something that was unknown before. I'm like trying to think of an example of this. It's like somebody doing something. It's somebody doing something and then like some type of event ends up happening that exposes that that's what was going on, but it feels almost like cosmically it ends up getting exposed. That's what it feels like to me. Like I feel almost like it wasn't on purpose, but like something gets leaked and you see it, or something is said by accident, but like that's what was going on. Like it's going to be something like this here. And there can also be a need for you to really trust yourself and trust the way that you feel, because what this can also mean too is that action needs to be taken, but there can be a part of you that almost doesn't want to have to. I feel like there's a part of you where you need to do something, but there's a part of you that is connected with your shadow that is like, maybe we can just like hide under the blankets here and not do something about this, when this is leading you to have to take action. This is activating your Mars energy, so you need to do something about this, but you may not want to. There can be a part of you that likes to, and this is going to be about your ego. It's not like really about your soul expression. It's not really about your empowered Mars. There can be a part of you that you get kind of introverted and kind of submissive at a time like this, when this whole thing is pushing you to show up and do something. But there can be a part of you initially that's like, I don't know if you have like a weaker Mars within your chart, or it just can be like difficult for you to access that sometimes, but there's definitely something going on here. Or it can even be a transit that you're going through. There's definitely something. We have Gemini and we also have Mars here. So having this energy be here just feels like a time when you can be seeing like, oh, I really haven't been doing anything here. I've really actually been looking the other way. And in that moment, you see that you've been doing that, and you may not want to acknowledge it. There can be something here where you're like, I don't want to hear that. Like, I don't want to know that. And, you know, we all have moments like that, right? Because it's like, if we've been avoiding paying attention to this, and then it's like pushed in your face, like you can't look away, it can feel really jarring. And it can be a time when it's like, I've been doing everything to avoid this, and now it's being pushed in my face, and I feel like I have no other choice to look at it, but I still want to look away. I still want to try to find a way to look away. But it just seems so like blaringly obvious that you almost like can't do anything other than like, it's here, this is what's going on, it's been exposed now, you can't like tuck it back in now at this point. It's just here. It's like all of this stuff that's been swept under the rug, and it's like, I don't know what happened, but just all of it just comes out here. Like the pile just got too high underneath the rug. And you know what? At the end of the day, this is going to be a time where you may initially, like your knee-jerk reaction can be like to try to escape this, to try to look away, to try to avoid having to deal with this. But it's coming through in a way where it's unavoidable, and you're going to be so much better off for it, because then it's going to be like, just bite the bullet, you do what you need to do here, and then you're done with the situation, then you move through. And that's that. But I do feel like you can be seeing where you hadn't fully been saying something. Maybe you weren't fully communicating something. Maybe there's a way that you've been wanting to be moving here that's aligned with how you really feel, and you haven't been. And something happens that just feels like it pushes that truth out there. And this feels like a big realization that's made now. I get the feeling too, like You can be realizing the way that you had actually been keeping yourself from moving forward. Like you've been keeping yourself from progressing within this. And I think too that you're making progress with feelings that can be difficult to work with because they're not fun feelings. And so you can be seeing where you've been avoiding working with them at times when really it's been telling you something really important that now you're becoming aware of. And you've had a sneaking suspicion. Like I'm seeing there be very clear feelings that you've had. I'm seeing something being exposed here for sure. And you figuring out, well, now that this is happening, what do I do here? Like, what's going to be happening now at this point? And it's about where a relationship is going to be going from here. And the message that you receive that you may want to turn away from, but it's the truth. And so you'll be deciding to turn away from the truth actively and on purpose. It's like if you don't really make eye contact with it and you're looking away, you can't really say that you totally knew what was going on there. But now that you totally know what's going on, it's going to be an active choice if you choose to look away at this point. And so it's no longer an unaware element. You're totally aware of it. So I'm seeing something actually quite big be going on here within the next 3 to 4 days for you. And this can feel like a big tower within your life. And yet it exposes something that needed so desperately to be exposed, because it was just the energy was too far out of balance, and so it's here. It had to come out now, because this has really been stopping you from moving forward. This has really been keeping you stuck, and it has not been allowing things to expand emotionally for you. This has been blocking things from expanding emotionally for you in the direction you know you're meant to be going in. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.